How's it going, everybody? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we watched the 10th episode of Amaama to Inazuma. If you want to check out our reaction to the 10th episode of Sweetness and Lightning, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching! So, on this episode of Amaama to Inazuma,
We get a beach episode?
Oh,
no!
yeah.
Nah.
when
No.
this episode first started, I thought, oh, holy crap, a beach episode. But then I was like, how does a beach episode work with what is basically a cooking anime? Like, I mean, they could bring a group out and do like a barbecue on the beach or something.
Barbecue or maybe a meal at a beach shack. Or,
Well, that
foods you
doesn't
kind of
really
associate
work
with
for
that.
this either because unless, they're helping run the beach shack, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah. What you've seen sometimes, though, but yeah. In the back
As
of my
it turns
mind.
out, this wasn't a beach episode, it was just a summer episode.
Which is a shame because I was really looking forward to Katori in a swimsuit, but I mean, come on, you know you were too.
Her friend, what's her friend's name? Shinobu?
Yeah, Shinobu.
Shinobu wouldn't be too bad either. Just saying. Anyway, so we begin with Sensei and Tsumugi. Wow. Begin with Sensei and Tsumugi at the beach, and Tsumugi's being a little difficult.
Well, apparently she's a cat now. A very, very lazy
It's
cat.
probably just from the heat, to be honest.
Yeah.
35 degrees Celsius.
That's pretty damn hot.
Yeah, I'd probably not want to get out of the car either.
No, I don't really blame her.
Yeah, it should be almost 100 degrees.
Yeah, you open the door and you get this wave of heat. Oh God!
How do people live like this?
I don't want to be out there. I'd rather be in here in the air conditioning.
Right? Right?
What kind of idiot decided to come out here? Oh wait, that wasn't totally me.
Yeah, so about 95 degrees.
Woo! What a scorcher.
Ouch.
There.
Man.
I mean, we've suffered hotter.
That
but-
reminds me of
yeah.
living in the Central Valley of California, which routinely gets up to about 110, 115 degrees in the summer.
So imagine that.
Yeah. Yikes.
Hot as balls.
Yeah. But then when you see Katori and Shinobu in Katori's room doing summer homework,
Or more like attempting to.
attempting to do summer homework, and
Without the AC on.
they're trying to push themselves to do it by rewarding themselves with AC after an hour's worth of study.
Are you also trying to sweat yourself to death?
Maybe they're trying to lose weight? I don't know. It's a sauna. It's a sauna.
I would not want to be upstairs in that heat
And also,
without an AC.
and in like an old school Japanese house too, the walls are like really thin.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of reminds me a lot of our current
Current apartment.
Yeah.
I do not want to be upstairs, which we are,
Mm-hmm.
in the heat without an AC. Oh wait,
That sounds like our first summer here.
and that sounds like all the time we film.
Anyway,
Hey, you
Yeah.
perfectly nailed it on the head during the reaction, Rizzo.
it's not a reward, it's a necessity. The ice cream is the reward. The AC is a necessity so that you don't fry your goddamn brain while you're trying to do your homework. Dumb girls.
Because waking, like, for me, there's been a few times where I've woken up here when we've left the AC off or something like that, and it turns to be like 110 degrees in here, even though it's only like 80 degrees outside. And I have physical headaches because my head's too hot.
Yeah. Anyway, Katori receives a text message from Sensei And
Her face.
her face was...
Now here she is sitting Seiza, and like perfectly leaps, turns 90 degrees, like whoop, like a perfect bunny hop.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. One of many just outright adorable moments from Katori in this episode, by the way. So brace yourself for that.
Basically, Sensei and Tsumugi ran into some of their neighbors at the beach. Their neighbors were fishing for aji,
And are really damn good at it.
and are really damn good at it because they caught a lot of them and gave Sensei 3.
Reminds me of the good old days.
Sensei originally called Yagi to see if he could cook them.
Or fillet them or something.
Or fillet them at the very least. And Yagi was like, oh no, I actually have customers at lunchtime for once, so no.
Ouch. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and so Sensei shows up at Katori's house.
Very fortunate.
Very fortunate. And they decide to look up how to fillet the fish on totally not YouTube.
Totally not YouTube. And totally not Google.
Yeah. But
It was actually real kind of cool how they did it. It's a lot better than what I usually see people do.
Kugel. Yeah.
or something like that. But
Gaggle.
yeah, so the rest of the episode was pretty much just them preparing the fish. Actually, the cooking portion was very, very short compared to other episodes. It was mostly about actually preparing the fish.
And they're just filleting it.
Yeah, actually filleting it.
I mean, that whole section you can like cut out, put it online by itself, and it would be like a good tutorial on how to fillet a fish.
Pretty much.
Or how to fillet aji.
I liked Tsumugi's reaction while she's watching her father fillet the fish.
At first, you don't quite understand what's going through her head because she's like,
Oh, when
She either has a really shocked expression or a really like, whoa, that's cool.
when Sensei's cutting off the head and gutting it.
Yeah.
there are two types of kids in this world. Two types. One who will see the head come off and run out the room screaming,
Probably swear off fish forever.
and the second is Tsumugi. Oh my god, that was awesome!
Yeah. It actually reminds me of so I play video games a lot, as you guys will hopefully see if or when we start doing our gaming content. And I play first-person shooters a lot. My very first first-person shooter was GoldenEye.
Nice.
Which is where a lot of people started, actually.
Which is funny because like we've recently like seen some screenshots from GoldenEye. Oh my
so
god!
bad.
How do we ever play that?
But yeah, so I was quite young when that game came out, and I loved it. Like, I thought it was awesome. Fast forward quite a few years, and me and my family used to go out on trips during the summer to visit our extended family who lived quite a distance away from us, about 8.5 hours or so driving. And I used to bring my game systems when I'd go, because we'd be there for a few weeks. And I remember I was playing a first-person shooter. I can't remember what it was. I'm quite certain it was on the Xbox, like the original Xbox.
It's like Halo or something.
Something like that. I don't think it was Halo, but it was something like that. And I remember my little cousin came around. He was probably about 7 or 8 years old at the time. And he saw me, like, he loved video games, but he saw me playing this first-person shooter, and it just freaked him the hell out. Yeah. And so it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. Now, he's like 18, I think, this year, so that was quite a while ago.
Oh, wow.
But like my youngest brother, he saw a fishing trip that I had with my grandpa, And as Grandpa was cooking up the catfish that we had, he reacted the reverse.
Yeah.
And saw it, freaked out at the blood and all that stuff, and has since sworn off all fish. And yeah, he's turning 19. He hasn't had an ounce of fish.
He's missing out.
He is.
Which actually brings up a good point. Have you guys ever cleaned a fish?
Yep.
Played it?
Once upon a time, yeah. There was a fishing derby at a Boy Scout camp a little ways west of Denver up in the mountains. And that was pretty well stocked with rainbow trout, so they have a big derby every year. So we're scaling, getting some fish there.
Yeah. I also have cleaned a fish.
Surprisingly, I didn't learn how to clean a fish. I didn't actually physically clean the fish myself until I was 22, 23. But I've seen others clean fish since I was 5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was quite young. I think I was in kindergarten the last time that I did one. Because I don't really go fishing anymore. Well, actually, I do go fishing. I just don't go catching.
You go sitting by a body of water with a beer, I'm sure.
But
Pretty much.
there was actually a really cool experience that I had that is very similar to this, where I ran across a family who was very nice, and I'm just having a very bored day. I'm waiting for a friend to get off of work to come pick me up, and I'm just hanging out by one of the reservoirs in Missouri. And I've come across this family. They end up giving me a fishing pole and says, "Whatever you catch, go ahead and keep." And I end up coming out with about 5 or 6 catfish.
Huh. I'm not a big fan of catfish myself.
I love catfish.
It depends.
When it's all fried out.
Yep.
It really depends. Because sometimes catfish can tend to taste like mud. Because
I have heard that, yeah.
So it really depends on how young the catfish is. But yeah, so I do have some experience in the area that's covered in this episode.
I really want to go to a fish fry now.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah,
But
the fish burgers look delicious.
Amazing.
The what was it? The fishbone senbei.
Yeah, it's basically crackers.
Yeah, basically fishbone crackers. Those sound really good. I've had normal senbei, which is like rice crackers, which is really good. Actually, I really like it. It's one of my favorite snacks. The fish head miso sounded amazing. That's where all the flavor is.
Yeah.
Very flavorful. But yeah, I mean, that's really about it.
There we go. Yeah. Pleasant
and
fish and enjoy it.
at the very end, we also learned that Yagi ended up using Kotori? Kohei? One of those K names.
So close.
End up using Kohei as basically a guinea pig to make his sweets.
Poor
Which
bastard.
is scary, because if you overdo it with the salt,
Ooh.
and salt is a necessary thing in sweets,
Yeah.
if you overdo it just by a hair, it can make the taste so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Confuse your measurements.
I think that's about it for this episode. So let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's good to do for this episode of Anime Reactions. Always on GK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.